What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and in today's video I'm going to be doing a little bit of a get ready with me and just trying a couple of new products that I just picked up from Sephora and I'm really excited to test out with you guys. I am by no means a makeup artist and this is actually my first time ever doing makeup on camera, so bear with me as I go through the process here, but I was really excited to try the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation that they just came out with. This stuff retails at $25 and so I know that it is really that affordable kind of low to mid range in terms of foundation, and a lot of you guys I figured would be interested in it, so I wanted to try it today and give you guys my thoughts as I'm applying it, working through it, but also my thoughts at the end of the day today in terms of how it wore over the 12 hours that they tell you it works for. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieved this makeup look and what my thoughts are on this product as well as some other new products at Sephora, then just keep watching. So here we are, fresh faced and ready to go. I just washed my face and I am not wearing any primer right now. I often don't put primer on unless I'm going to be doing my makeup for a really big day where I know that I need it to hold up all day. Like if I'm going to be attending a wedding or a big event or something like that. Most days I often just moisturize before I put my foundation on. So today I moisturized with the Biossance Squalane Plus Omega Repair Cream. You guys know how much I love Biossance products. They're all cruelty-free and are just so great. My skin is really dry in the winter time, and even with pregnancy I find that there's different spots that are more dry than others, and so up in my forehead area is really dry right now, and then even around my eyebrows I noticed that I also get that dryness as well, and so that is very hydrating and good to start with if you do have dry skin. And we are going to just dive right into the review of this product. So it's a 25 milliliter bottle and it says that it is a long wear foundation. So I'm going to be trying it out for coverage, buildability, wear over time, all of these different things that I know are going to be important to you guys. And I picked this up in the shade 13P. So I believe that this is for light skin with pink undertones. And the website says that it is a medium coverage, natural finish foundation with a long wearing anti-pollution formula that hydrates skin for up to 12 hours and is infused with skincare benefits. So not sure what those skincare benefits are, but I'm hoping I will experience them throughout the day. I do have quite a bit of redness just with pregnancy. There are like little splotches and things like that, so I'm glad that this is going to be a little bit more coverage than I'm used to with my everyday foundation. So I'm just gonna start applying this now and we'll see how it goes. So as I mentioned, I did pick up a couple of different makeup products. One of those things is the Morphe M439 Deluxe Buffer. So I'm gonna be using that to apply my foundation today. I typically am someone that just uses a beauty blender. Like I'll just wet it and I'll use that to do my makeup every day. But I have seen so many people using a brush recently that I figured like, why not? Let's try this and see how it goes. So I'm gonna apply this directly to my skin right now into the areas that I want it. I'm also gonna do my best to try and like keep looking at the camera and like showing you guys as I go, because I am just looking into a mirror right now and I have never done makeup on camera before, so we'll see how this goes. First impression, it's definitely easy to blend out. I think that this is a pretty good match for my skin, the 13P. I don't have any self tanner on or anything right now, so this is my natural skin color. Let's see, on around this area. Yeah, that's pretty good coverage. I do have darker under eyes, and so I often like will put concealer on there regardless of how high coverage my foundation is, but I am curious to see just without the concealer how it does in terms of hiding some of those veins and darkness in those areas. Okay, so this is after the first pass to my face. To be fair, I didn't do a lot in terms of like concentrating it on the dark circles. So I am just going to do a little bit more there and see how she does before we give it the final grade on coverage. All right, there we go, guys. I honestly probably could have like gone one shade darker than I did. I think it depends on the lighting. Like when I'm further back, it's like, okay, this is good. But I feel like the closer I get up to the camera where there is a little bit more light, you can start to see like, wow, that looks like really white on my face. But I think with a good like bronzing, this will blend in really nicely. And I could just go one shade darker for the summer. So honestly, first impression, I am like really happy with the way that it looks. I feel like it did do a really good job hiding a lot of that redness. Like in terms of just like getting my skin tone to one color, I am happy with that. I feel like around the under eyes, it's a little bit dark for me still, but I mean, your girl needs a miracle to hide some of that stuff. So I wouldn't put it past it for that, especially at the $25 mark in terms of coverage. But for the most part, I do really like it. So I'm going to just do that one pass with it now. I'm just gonna do like how I would do my makeup every day, so I don't feel like I need to build it up beyond this point. But I'm gonna keep doing my makeup now, just chat with you guys, see how it goes, and we will see how it all looks at the end, and then more importantly at the end of the day today, how it actually held up with time. So keep you guys posted. So you guys are gonna see one of the weirdest things that I do when I do my makeup routine. I actually do my eyeliner if I'm doing liquid eyeliner right after my foundation. I know that is the most bizarre thing, but I find that when I like see other people do their makeup or YouTubers do their makeup and they go in and they do the eyeliner and there's like concealer and the rest of their face is on, it just like, for me personally, wipes off everything that I've already done in that spot. I don't know about you guys, but I have to like use a beauty blender or a finger to like hold to get the line exactly how I want it to look. And if I don't do that, it's a hot mess. And so when I see people do that, I'm like, how do you not wipe off everything you've just done? I don't know if they're like, their products are just like industrial grade makeup, but it just doesn't move off their face. And when I do it myself, it always comes off. So this is always the step that I do next. If you have that problem, doing things in this order might work for you. I don't know. But before I do that, I am gonna put a little bit of concealer just on my upper lid to just minimize any redness. And then I will go in with the eyeliner and show you guys how I do that. To do my eyeliner today, I'm using the Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner. I will say that it is hyper easy to use, this thing. If you are looking for one that's on the affordable end and you are not great at applying liquid liner, this could work really well for you. All right, so the eyeliner has been applied. I don't know if I would say that they're like twins, but they're definitely sisters in terms of the quality of the line that we achieved there. So I will say that I do really like that in terms of just like getting it on and doing it quickly. Not everyone has 1,000 hours to put on their liquid eyeliner, and so if you are someone that struggles with getting that smooth line really quickly, that could work really well for you. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go in and cover up my under eye, and to do that I'm going to be using the Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics. This is in the shade Light Nude, and this is a creaseless waterproof concealer. I have really been loving this one, and if you are someone that struggles with dark circles like I do, this one is really full coverage and it's great for hiding things like veins and darkness and all of that fun stuff. I have always had dark circles. It's been something that I've had since like 13 years old in high school, and so I have been on the hunt for years now to find products that really just help me to correct that darkness there, and this one has been really great. The Tarte Shape Tape has also been a really good one. If you are in the States, that's more accessible to you than it is in Canada, and so if you are not wanting to pay the USD price and ship that over the border, then this one could be really great for you. And I'll often do that kind of in a circle, and I'll even take it below the eye, if you can see what that looks like there. I do this to try and just brighten up the entire area. Otherwise, I find that you can just have like really, really bright under your eyes and not a lot of just cohesion with the rest of your face. And so I take it a little bit lower, and then just using a beauty blender, you could honestly also do this with your finger. I'll just go back in and I will lightly dab that to blend it in with my foundation. All right, so now that my under eye concealer is on, you can see that it's obviously just a lot brighter, looking a lot fresher. I am going to put a little bit of concealer in other spots that I find that I get redness as well. So around my nose area, I'll just drop a little bit of that there. And then on a couple of spots that baby has created some redness, I will go in and just pop a little bit of that concealer there as well. All right, so now that the concealer is on, I'm going to move on to the contour. I'm going to be using the Mini Benefit Hoola bronzer today. I know that this one is like a classic in the makeup world, and I used it for a couple of years in high school and then into the first little bit of university, but then I switched over to the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I am now switching back. I did use Too Faced for a couple of years and I found that I really loved it, but then sometimes I find that I just use a makeup product because I'm just so used to getting it and I don't find that I switch things up at all. And so when I was getting these things and wanted to try a few new products, I was like, I'm just gonna go back and see how this does. So we're going to be doing that today. And basically I don't really contour with like cream or anything too intense. I use a bronzer to achieve the look that I'm going for when it comes to contouring, which is just like that bronzed, glowy look, and also like chiseling a few areas. I've mentioned to you guys 1,000 times that I feel like this baby is going to be birthed out of my chin. Like, I have really just felt like I've blown up a lot in this area. I have no idea why that is the case. And so I am like trying to achieve the best contoured look that I can while I am dealing with this water retention. It's just one of those fun things with pregnancy that you don't necessarily expect is going to happen, but does, at least in my case. And so this has been a really great step in my makeup routine since then. I'm going to just drag this along and use the bronzer to kind of shadow that area, get that snatched jawline. While we are on the topic of baby, I also wanted to just chat with you guys about like the timelines of gender reveal and all those things. Jared and I did have our 20-week scan this past week, and I cannot believe that I'm already 20 weeks, you guys. It's insane to think about. It's insane to see the development since we first found out that we were having this baby. The 20-week scan went really, really well. So thank you to you guys who were praying and just thinking of us with that. But we do know the gender. We got the envelope and I posted to Instagram, so a bunch of you guys saw that and have just been messaging like, when is the reveal? And we are going to be doing it in a couple of weeks, so you guys will find out what the gender of baby Moore is very soon, but it will be a couple of weeks from now and a couple of videos after this, because if you guys didn't know where we are right now in Ontario, Canada, we are in a lockdown. And so it's been tough because we can't see family and friends right now and actually share that news with them in real life. And so we've been having this kind of like hard back and forth of who do we tell on Zoom and is it worth waiting? And so when we got home with that envelope, we just knew like the lockdown was going to be another 2 weeks at least, and there's still opportunity for that to get extended. And so for us, it just like was gonna be way too hard to have that envelope in the house and not be able to tell anybody. So Jared and I found out just the two of us, and it was really nice, and we got that footage as well. But in terms of like actually telling people and getting that information out to the world, there are some people that we need to tell, like family members obviously, before the rest of the world does find out. And so it is coming, but we appreciate your guys' patience as we just navigate this very strange pandemic world that we find ourselves in. So now that I have blended out my bronzer and contour, I'm going to be going in and doing blush. And to do that, I'm going to be using another new product. It's the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Melting Cream Blush. All these products are such a mouthful. On the website for Sephora, it says that this is a breakthrough, mistake-proof, we'll see if that's true or not, liquid-like cream blush that melts into a second skin for the most natural-looking wash of soft focus color. Love that description. The shade that I got this in is in Nearly Neutral. This is the package, you guys. I love this packaging. I think Selena did such a good job with the packaging on this line. Everything is just like so feminine and just like still neutral, not over the top, and just so beautiful. And like this reminds me of like Polly Pocket. I think it's just the most amazing thing. Or like Little Mermaid, and like the color of this is so beautiful. I have swatched it a couple of times just on my wrist. I'll do a quick swatch for you guys here, but I haven't actually put it on before. It's definitely creamy, definitely very light, so I like that. I'm not sure how I want to apply this. I think I might just use my finger and then blend it out with the Beauty Blender and see how that goes. This is so interesting to do on camera. Guys, look at that color. It's just so natural and pretty. Just looks like I'm a little bit flushed from a warm day. But there we go, very natural. I really like the way that that looks. Before I get back into the eye area, I am going to set everything that I've just put on my face with the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder. This product's got SPF 16 in it as well, so it's kind of nice because you can just layer this over your face. You should also be wearing sunscreen, so don't take that as your excuse to not do it. But in terms of like a translucent light setting powder, I find that this is really nice and does remind me a lot of the Laura Mercier setting powder. That is the one that I typically use, but here and there where you want to like save a little bit of money and try new products, I find that's one that I often will cut out of my lineup, I guess, because it is such an expensive product, and every time I have to refill it, I just feel so bad. It's one of those things that's just like, ugh, how much longer can I extend this? So in between going back to that one, because I know that I will, it's tried and true, it's the best loose setting powder I've used. This is the one that I will use and honestly do really like. It just is a little bit more inclined to crease around the eye area specifically, I find. But if you're someone that doesn't use a lot of concealer there, then you should be okay. So now that I've set that, I'm just gonna go in with my Beauty Blender and actually set my under eye area. So I will always just dab it off, or if you're doing it on a brush, like just tap it off before you put it on your skin, and you'll have a lot less of that creasing on your face. Next, let's have a little brow moment here. So my brows are fun. They are quite uneven. Like, I have nothing honestly against my brows. They do the job for me. They really do, in terms of whatever job eyebrows are meant to do. But I did overpluck them and really betray them in high school, and so I'm still paying the price for that. But I have just in a lockdown and over this last like COVID season been trying to let my eyebrows regrow and do their thing to get back to like a good point of just more of that full look. I know that I'm probably never in the places that I overplucked, unless I do microblading, going to have like that really full look. But even like out in the corners, just letting it grow out a little bit more, kind of enjoying that bushier brow look right now. So this is the Sephora retractable brow pencil. It's waterproof, and this is in the shade 1.5 taupe. I honestly don't do too much to fill in my brows. I just go into the areas where they are a little bit sparse and just give them a little bit more color. So before I go into my mascara and the rest of my eyes, I am just going to pop a little bit of color on my lids first before the lashes get in the way. What I do every single day is honestly just take my bronzer that I'm using at the time and just pop that onto my eyelid. And I find that that just gives, with like a fluffier brush, something like that, and this is just a brush from Amazon, kind of like a monochromatic look that ties in the bronzer. It is so low maintenance and kind of a nice way to just get color on your lids every day if you are not someone that wants to sit down and try and figure out how to do full on like eyeshadow tutorials on YouTube. Guys, I've been trying for years, and maybe my day will come, but I am not someone that like can make it work with all of these like people that are bringing out tape and doing all the things. Like, I don't have time for that. In terms of my lashes, I don't often curl them, but I'm going to do it today. I feel like people either go into the camp of like they have to curl their lashes every day and it's part of their routine, or you go into the camp where you never do it. I oftentimes don't do it, but sometimes will remember to do it, like today. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm going to be using 2 different mascaras today, and that's what I often do, is use one mascara that I find is good for lengthening and then use another one that I find is good for volume and like darkness, if that makes sense. I find that often, even though lots of brands say that they will create that falsies look on their own, that is not the case. And so I really do pick and choose carefully the ones that I do use for this, to do this like initial lengthening and just lifting. For the next one, I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. It is the funniest packaging. I find that it's so dramatic and over the top, but in terms of lengthening, it does do a good job. It just doesn't on its own do a great job, I find, of darkness and volume, but it won't create any fallout, and so I find that it works really good for this first step of my process. So now that that's done, I'm going to go in with my tried and true favorite mascara of all time. This is the False Lashes, as we just talked about how that's not a real thing. False Lashes mascara with extreme volume and curl from Essence. I get this from Shoppers Drug Mart, and you guys, it's like $3.49. It doesn't cost very much money at all, and it has been my favorite mascara for so long now. I have tried many high-end Sephora and just like more expensive mascaras, and I find that none of them do the job as well as this. And you really don't need to be getting this like super expensive mascara to get that full lash look. There we go. So there is that little $3 mascara from Shoppers Drug Mart for you guys. And I'm feeling a little adventurous today, so we're gonna pop some of this on my lower lashes as well. All right, so we are now at the last, but certainly not the least, most important step of the makeup routine, and that is the lips. So today for my lips, and honestly most days, I'm going to be going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. It really is the most beautiful, I don't know if you guys can see that, pink shade. I'll do a little swatch on my arm for you beside the Rare Beauty blush. You guys can see just how lovely those two are together. And I'm also going to be using the matching Pillow Talk lip liner. It's called a lip cheat, so it is for kind of like reshaping and resizing and re-emphasizing your lips a little bit, which is really nice. And then to get that glossy look, I'm gonna be going in with the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Gloss, which I find just gives your lips that nice plump look for the day. And there you have it. That is the final look for the day. Very natural and neutral. Pair that with some beachy waves and you guys are good. So again, I am going to update you a little bit later today in terms of the Best Skin Ever foundation and just let you guys know how it held up throughout the course of the day. Right now, I am really liking the way that it looks and the way that it feels. It's got that like your skin but better kind of look to it. I feel like I can still see that I'm a human underneath all of it, and I haven't piled on so much foundation. I did only do one coat, although it is buildable, and I will update you guys with how it holds up with my combination skin over the day. What's up guys? I wanted to check in. We are winding down for the night right now. It's just after 10 p.m. and so I've had the foundation on now for about 8 hours, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with how it's held up over the day. There are a couple of spots where dryness is starting to peek through. I find that it's not a super hydrating foundation, it's mostly just mattifying, and so if you're prone to oily skin, then this could be really, really great for you. If you do have dry skin, or it's just like the Canadian winter for you like it is for me, definitely moisturize first or use a primer. I think I do need to up my moisture game. I don't know if you guys can see where the kind of flaking, it's not flaking, but just like dryness is poking through a little bit. But other than that, like, I am really impressed with how this is held up, especially at the $25 mark. I feel like compared to other products at the $25 mark, like, this is really, really good. And I honestly feel like it's pretty comparable to some of the $50 and up brands that I've been using, like Born This Way or Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I am pretty impressed and will definitely be purchasing this foundation again. Guys, I also wanted to show you the saddest thing that I found when I came upstairs. Look at this. My dog, in the meantime, since I last like finished recording and put this on, ate my Pillow Talk lip liner. Isn't that devastating? I'm so upset about this. So I will have to place another Sephora order soon to reorder that. And I may just be purchasing this foundation again in the future. So that's my review. Well, thank you guys for watching this video today. I hope that it was helpful for you in terms of maybe just seeing how someone else does their everyday makeup routine, but also the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I will recommend it. I really enjoyed it and found that it was a great option, especially in that $25 range. But before you guys go today, I also just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel in the past 2 months. I just started on YouTube on November 29th, 2020, and just 2 months later, I have over 1,000 subscribers, and most of you I've never met in person before, but you guys are so sweet, have just been commenting and sending sweet messages on YouTube and on Instagram, and it means the world to me that you guys have been following along on my channel. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys. If you liked this video today, make sure that you do like this before you leave and subscribe to my channel. But I also just wanted to say that I want to be praying for you guys and getting to know you a little bit more. And so if you do have anything that I can be praying for you over the next couple of weeks, be sure to leave that in the comments section and know that I will be reading it and praying for you guys over the next few days. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and until I see you guys next time, have a great week.